Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wake Up with the Consciousness Cafe. My name is Lisa Ferraro. I am the founder and spiritual director of SoulCall Ministries. This morning, I am so excited to bring to you a dear friend of mine and Natalia's. She's known her a lot longer, who travels the world with Jason Mraz and other lucky artists who get to work with her as a percussionist, singer, and all-around beautiful human being. Please welcome Mona Tavakoli.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good
Lisa,
morning.
I love you. Thank you for having me.
Oh gosh, it's so cool to have you here. And as we were talking before we hit record, there's some funny stuff happening in there.
I know I'm still tearing up about the comedy. You had some good jokes.
Comedy's free. Comedy's free. We had the great pleasure of recording first thing at the top of the year, this year of all things. So with the challenges COVID has presented, it also presented some amazing things right before it hit. And getting to record with you was certainly one of them. We're talking about soul callings. And when did you know you loved hitting on things, being a drummer, or were you a singer first, or how did this all happen? Tell us more.
Oh, well, first of all, I loved playing music with you. And that was the first time we met was in the studio.
Yeah.
And I got to just sit in awe of your musical power and your harmony with Natalia and your relationship with her. And so beautiful to witness that. And then I felt so honored to be trusted in that space where you clearly created something really sacred. And I loved hitting things on your album. So thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you for that. It was amazing.
I love that that's how you said it. You're like, when did you know you like to hit things?
Hit things, just like when you heard the rhythms of life in a particular way that you just couldn't sit still.
Yeah. My parents are Iranian and they moved to this country in 1975. So right before the Iranian Revolution, and they already had my brother. Mm-hmm. And in Iranian culture, there's a lot of dancing, a lot of celebration in the family, a lot of put on some music or play a drum. Anybody, like your uncle, will grab like the back of a pot or something and just start playing like a rolling 6/8 rhythm. Nice. And so kind of growing up, there was always either Persian music on, or if family would come over, it would like you get up and dance. And my mom is a sick dancer. Nice. She's literally 4'10" and has hips that don't lie, in the words of Shakira. And she just goes for it. So when my parents came to this country, they were trying to figure out kind of like, how do we integrate our family into American culture? Mm-hmm. And one of the things they did was put me into beauty pageants. Well, I don't know if you know this about me.
I don't.
I was like a 7-year-old little hairy little thing. And my parents were like, okay, you're so pretty. What? And they put me in these beauty pageants, which I never won for beauty, but I won for talent. Wow. What was the talent, you ask, Lisa? Lisa, did you ask?
I was going to say, what could be more, how could you have more talent than beauty? That's hard to imagine, but you've got it all. But here I go again.
Okay. So here's what happens. I have a nice thick mustache. I'm very short. I'm 7. My mother says, I'm going to teach you how to Persian dance. So they had this like little traditional Persian outfit and finger cymbals. So I'm 7 and my mom's teaching me how to integrate this finger cymbals into this Persian dance. And it was so like wild for these American beauty pageants to have this little Tom Selleck.
Oh, come on, I'm sure.
Wait till you see the picture. Okay. And I'm dancing, and so I would win for talent. So as like this young girl, like kind of forming my identity as an Iranian American, and then being put into these beauty pageants, which my parents thought was like a good thing to do because they were trying to do things for us that would help us assimilate to American culture.
American all the way, beauty pageants. I mean, it's
so strange.
I get it.
Yeah. And my brother did like Little League and soccer and like stuff like that. And so I was sort of like developing my self-confidence, self-esteem, and I think realizing that I liked to perform, and that the rhythm of the cymbals and the Persian dancing and the connection with my mom
Yeah.
Like having this, like, my mom is not a stage mom at all, but
Yeah.
that we really enjoyed this like collaboration. And um yeah, I did well as a talented little kid. And then once I got into elementary school, or I was in elementary school at the time, there was sixth grade band. And so whenever the band would perform, the sixth grade band, my eyes would always go to the drummer. And I was like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Nice.
Because I could feel that groove. I connected with it. And it felt like, oh, that seems like so fun, and that I will excel at that thing.
Yeah. And having been in the studio with you just that once, and it's what's taking you on tour with Jason Mraz, and we'll get to that in a second too. It doesn't take long to experience what a musical drummer you are. And so this backstory to that, there are people that can keep a beat, but then there are people that can keep time and take you out of time at the same time, like experiencing something that is so musical and so charged. You're just a natural at that. The way you listen, it was thrilling to be part of the way we moved through songs like that. But tell me how you evolved that then. Did they let you play the snare drum in school? That was
Yeah.
always the big thing. They did, see?
Yes. Thank you for saying that. That means so much. That's
Oh,
like the highest compliment, is that it's like being so present with whatever the thing is in front of me with music,
yeah.
because I never went to school for music. I mean, I did sixth grade band, seventh, I did high school marching band. I did a lot of
Yeah.
musical stuff, but I never studied drums and percussion in a really intentional, deep way.
Mhm.
But I loved being in the musical moment
Yeah.
with other people. So having not even known you, and to be in that moment and then just submit yourself to this moment, whatever it's going to be, and make
Yeah.
choices like that, was like, that's charged. That's electric,
It's alive. Yeah.
Those are the moments that I love. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you asked a question and I don't remember it.
Just tell us about how you're. I know you and Natalia have traveled to different countries, and you've got this great spiritual side. It's not even a side, it's this charge. You bring it forth in such a beautiful way. This presence, uh, working with children, and now you're on tour once you're able to get back out again. Tell us a little bit more about your world and how you bring to life music.
Yeah. I feel so lucky that I get to play music with people that I love and admire. And Jason Mraz is a huge
Mhm.
central part of that. I've been working with him now, having met him, I think in 2006, started writing music with him in 2007, and then started like playing as a duo 2010, and
Wow.
then started traveling the world with him in 2011.
Amazing.
And the first show out of the country was in Switzerland, Zermatt, Switzerland, and it was as a duo. And that was my first experience, like witnessing the power of his art and his messaging with people that I've never experienced.
Yeah.
And then from there, the second show we did was in Casablanca, Morocco.
Nice.
Imagine like the juxtaposition of those two shows: Zermatt, Switzerland, Casablanca,
Okay.
Morocco. And then I'm in this environment where I'm looking out into the audience, and for the first time, I'm seeing people that look like me,
Hmm.
brown, curly hair. And I was like, oh, whoa,
Wow.
when you're in America, America is so diverse. And I've toured across America with Raining Jane, and we've witnessed so much diversity here. But then you go somewhere else and you're like, oh, wow, like maybe people don't speak English, but they're singing his songs at full volume back at him.
Wow.
And to be a part of that experience, that's also electric,
Yeah.
because you're seeing the power of music in two totally different places at that level.
Yeah.
And that felt like, oh yeah, I like that. I like that experience of the music as the connection.
So is that the connection for you personally then too? Like if you're feeling out of sorts, does playing music help you feel grounded and okay, now I feel like myself? Does it bring you from the inside out? Is it music?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I can play cajon by myself, and I do, and I sometimes I just really like, it's such a it's like exercise, you know, when you some people do an hour of yoga, some people, I get on an elliptical machine. I love an elliptical machine. And just it's so easy on the knees, Lisa. It's so easy on the knees.
That's one of my things too. But yeah,
But so the cajon for me is, that is like a total, I can get lost in that dance of that drum. And when I get to do that with other people who are also in that spirit of sharing, and the rise and the fall of, just like Natalia and I have that experience together when we play, and it's an instrumental, we can just really go to that place. And I I feel like there's so many things we could do in our lives. We can, like, well, for me, I feel like there's 100 different things I could do for a living. I could be a barista at a coffee shop and know that I would find great joy in that.
yeah.
And I think the thing that all of it has in common is service and community. All of a sudden I'm a barista, I can tell you what I love about it. I love that I'm going to make something for somebody else that they're going to enjoy. I love that I can make something that then would be a conversation, or I can connect with somebody and give them something.
Yeah.
And that's music for me. It's the vehicle to get me to connect with you at a really pure level
Yeah.
of like, I made this and I'm going to share it with you now, and then it's going to create a connection between us. Isn't that great?
That's amazing. That's the beautiful thing. Yeah, that heart of service, is something I think essential to a quintessential musician,
Yes.
like the Narada consciousness, the one that just does it to please the God and others. You
Yeah.
know, so how what do you have on the horizon? What's coming up? Have you been writing a lot during the pandemic? How are you spending your days? And
Yes.
nice, besides on the elliptical.
I'm glad that's out in the world now. Just been holding
Yep.
that back for a while. The pandemic has given me the ability to have like a real diligent practice in the morning, like a ritual in the morning
Uh-huh.
of, um, artist way. I think there's like brain dump.
Oh yeah.
I call it a heart dump, and I just like get it all out. And then I read a lot of Pema Chodron,
Nice.
and I love her book, Comfortable with Uncertainty.
Hmm.
It's like 108. Go ahead, girl.
The reason for that, yeah, right.
108 passages,
Uh-huh.
and it's like my little, I just carry it with me everywhere, and every day I just read one little passage and then I write about it, and it's fun because now that I'm home, I have my little nook, I light my candle, and I just like have my lemon water, do my heart dump, read my Pema, meditate, and then who knows what's going to happen, because
Yeah.
baby girl doesn't have a job.
Yeah, right now we're all just kind of waiting, to be able to get back out there. And what's your biggest dream right now? Like, you have a dream goal or but I always ask people who bring up the service thing,
Yeah, yeah.
how you see the world, or the next contribution in addition to all of the beautiful ones you've lined up already that we're enjoying.
That's such a great question, Lisa. And I did a lot of journaling yesterday during the solstice.
Uh-huh.
So great to think about the things I'm grateful for, the things I'm proud of, the things that were heartbreaking and upsetting this past year, and the lessons learned from all those things.
Yeah.
And then what's next year? What are the things I can like palpably feel that I want to do? So that's, I guess, big dream.
Yeah.
And I just got into a program at UCLA
Oh,
called Social and Emotional Arts. And I start that in January. And that's kind of what we do at the Rock and Roll Camp for Girls, Los
yeah.
Angeles.
Tell us yeah. Like, there's so many things that we could have. Okay. So rock and roll. Yeah. You've been doing that for years.
Yeah, this is like our 11th year of Rock Camp for Girls, and it's a nonprofit social justice org dedicated to empowering girls through music. And the
Beautiful.
idea, really like base level, if I were to try to tell you to send your daughter to this program, or your gender nonconforming child to this program, I would say, this is a how to feel good about yourself and express yourself and learn how to work on a team. It's like life skills,
Beautiful.
a program. And we use music as the medium because it's
Right.
like, go create, make a sound. Now hear what the other sound is. And
Yeah.
it reminds me always of like the real beginner basic building blocks of why music is so powerful.
Yeah. That get that independence and interdependence at the same time.
Yes,
Yeah.
unique sound and unifying sound. So when I do like a drum circle or a rhythm workshop with the girls, we talk about what's a unique contribution you can make right now, and then what's the unifying sound you could make.
Beautiful.
So we work through those two things. Um,
So you're going to university the first of the year to do.
yes, social and emotional arts, which I hope I'm just going to get more resources and knowledge around how to use the arts as a way of healing and community building, and which is what I already feel like I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to do it with, I can't wait to learn with other people who are of like hearts and like minds.
Mhm.
So big
Beautiful.
dream is utilize all my unique gifts in order to be of more service. Is that a great dream or what?
That's the best dream.
That's
And
the best dream.
it's the best dream, especially since you are living the reality of it every day,
Oh,
as evidenced by the body of work you've created and the way you do it. And we're so grateful to have you with us. We're going to have you again
oh,
in
great.
the future. You have to come back and check. We'll check in with you and see how the class went and how you're going to incorporate it.
Yes. Oh, that's a great idea. Lisa F, everybody. Lisa F, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. So where can we find more about you and your music?
Okay, so you can go to my website, monatavakoli.com. I love Instagram. That's my preferred social media.
Huh?
And you can check out the new Jason Mraz album, Look for the Good.
Look for the good. Beautiful.
Raining Jane has a few songs that we co-wrote on that, and we're the vocalists on the whole album.
Wow.
And I also, maybe there's like some chimes on a song. That was probably me.
Chimes. Yeah. Nice. Did you cowbell? That would be me.
Yeah, also.
Yeah. I'm just
Don't
kidding.
get it twisted. I love percussion.
Well, I'm wishing you all the best and knowing that 2021 is going to be an amazing year for you and for the rest of us based on the ripple effect of what you're bringing to us. Thank you for joining us this morning, Mona.
Love
Till
you.
next
Thank
time.
you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us too for another Wake Up with the Consciousness Cafe. We thank you for your donations. It keeps SoulCall Ministries going. We're doing great things with the donations all through December. We've been feeding hundreds of people in Columbus, Pittsburgh, and other areas. So if you would like to make a contribution, we say thank you for helping us do the work we do. And no matter where you are on the planet or what's happening for you, always remember that you are loved.
You are loved. It's true.